answer to somebody else's need. So that's how I fell into this. So, like every 3 to 4 months, I would have a different brunch, and they will all have a different theme. Um, Again, sometimes it be stuff that I need for myself, but I'll do like do surveys to ask people, what do they think they need, So I've had like a bunch of healing, so that every different brunch, different theme, and around that. Forward to this conference becoming a for the 23rd in Chicago. I create prompted journals and planners. Here I would do a kind of like a nation cover, and I didn't even realize that I manifested this conference. Things on my magazine cover said didn't register at the time at all. Fast forward, son was like, "Don't release this yet." I said, "I'm for do thing with it." Kept thinking and thinking and thinking, and so again, I think that I just have these great ideas. I just woke up and was like, "Okay, I got it. I'm turning becoming a better me into a conference." So that's what I did. Booked the location, found my speakers, put everything together. So Becoming a Better Me, it is a plan. It is geared towards women. Men are welcome to come, but it's mainly geared towards women. I consider myself a people connector, a woman for say I help you to your level in life. So it's a feel stuck or you have doubt, and we in our own way, right? So it really help you figure out what's holding you back, what are the roadblocks in your life, and how do you, tackle those roadblocks to get you to your next level, whatever that may be for you, because everybody's going to have different things that they need to accomplish. And that's, a little bit of a more of a spiritual relationship and connection. You need mental clarity. A lot of people are having mental breakdowns, that nature. So whatever that may be for you, let you what you need to get you to your level.
Okay, you breaking up just a little bit. You kind of freezing just a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I've had the pleasure of attending and helping out at a few of your prior events.
And
And I know one of my favorites was always the vision board. Can you talk to us a little bit about the
better
vision
now.
board? Can you hear us? I think she froze up a little bit.
Oh, come back out and then come back in.
Hmm.
I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying talk to us a little. I know I
You
said,
guys,
yeah, you're freezing a little bit, so we're missing some of the things that you're saying.
should
Okay.
I exit out and come back in?
Yeah, see if you exit it out and come back in. It must be where she's sitting at.
Yeah, maybe so. Teresa said that you have to go to some of her events.
Yeah, so I help out at her events a lot. Um,
Okay.
so she's had a couple of things. I think I've been to probably all of them except for maybe one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. But her vision board is a very popular one. She didn't do vision board this year. I think a lot of us were kind of sad that she opted to because she was so busy putting into this conference that's coming up. So we didn't get a chance to have her vision board. But her vision board has brought together like so many women. And we, even though we come together to work on our own vision, like we help each other. You get to meet other women and you get to share. We get to talk about our businesses. She always has like, us some mimosas, food. I mean, it's a really nice event that she has. Everything that I've been to has been really nice, and I'm not saying that because I'm her sister, but it has been really, really great that she puts them together, and we always end up crying some type of way. She pours into all of her guests. She surprises people with different things, such as gifts. She creates like so much. It's like when you come to her event, it's an experience.
Mm.
She pours so much into
I was
so
just
many
about
people.
to say that
So
it's
she's
not just an event, it's an experience. Like,
mhm.
I want you to come and look cute, take pictures and eat, but it's totally not about just coming to take pictures, look cute and eat. Like, you have to take something away from this experience. And I'm very, very, very intentional with how I plan my events and the reasoning behind everything, even down to the color scheme. Like, literally everything aligns with the overall goal of the event. And I heard I give away more stuff than Oprah. That's what they say. They
Okay.
say.
We always leave with some type of box. Like she makes these beautiful boxes that we always leave with. I think I got about 3 or 4 boxes someplace. So, Dana, I think we kind of touched on this, but what was your why? Like, what was your why instead of working in the workforce and just saying, and you could have helped other people. What is your why for starting stuff like this?
Um, so originally, again, I thought it was something for me, but then I saw it was a need for other people. Although I say I'm an introvert, I am also a people magnet. People are naturally drawn to me. Um, so once I saw that, can you guys still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So once I saw that it was a need for other people, and I do have somewhat of an influence on people, it just felt natural to do it. Um, and a lot of times I'm helping myself in the process. So it's kind of like a win-win. I'm helping somebody else, but I'm helping me in the process. By me being in the beauty industry, I did have the opportunity to meet a lot of people in a lot of different industries, not just within the beauty industry. So I'm very resourceful with helping people with things that they need. If I don't know the answer, I know somebody who do know it. If it's not something that I can help you with directly, I can certainly connect you with the right person that can assist you with what it is that you need. Um, I'll say for me, in terms of starting a business, it's always something that I wanted to do. I don't know if it comes from me being the youngest child and not really liking people to tell me what to do and want to do things when I want to do it and not when you say I have to do it. Oh, you have to go to lunch at this time. You have to do this at this time. Like I want to do things when I want to do them. So that was also something that was more for me to be in control of my life. I always tell women, basically, I'm gonna help you be the CEO of your life. And it's not even just me that you have to have a business, but
Mhm.
I'm the person that's gonna help you be in control of your life and your destiny. So for me personally, that's the best option for me to be in control of my life versus someone else being in control of it.
Miss Dana, can you tell us about some of the pitfalls and the mistakes along the way and how do you recover and learn from them?
Oh, yes. So I would say the biggest thing when I first started is that you naturally expect like your friends and family to support you. And it's
Mm,
kind of like, well, why they don't shop with me or why they don't come to me or why they don't do this?
Mhm.
And that's like the biggest mistake a new business owner can have. Like, unless you have a million friends, a million relatives, your friends and family, they can't make you the millionaire that you want to be, right?
mm,
Mhm.
And the reality of it is also they just may not be your target client, right? So
Right.
depending on what your needs are, if you have an upscale luxury brand, but your family member struggling right now, and you sell
Yeah.
products that's like they can't afford that. They're not your target audience, right?
Mhm.
Um, or if you are, selling cosmetics, you got men in your family, they're not your target. Now they can share your stuff, but from a financial standpoint, they may not be the person that can support you. So once, as a business owner, once you get over that, like, oh, my friends and family don't support, you'll be perfectly fine. Because strangers will make you a millionaire. So that needs to be your goal
Mhm.
too. The goal is to reach as many people as possible that you do not know. And that's when you're doing your job.
Okay.
So that was the light bulb moment. Like, oh, forget them. I need to meet people I don't know.
Well, one thing I can say about it, from the time she got here, she has always marched to the beat of her own drum.
What
She
can I
is
say?
she has always been the type of person that's gonna do what she's gonna do and how she's gonna do it. She is strictly has
Mhm.
always been like that. And that's probably the person I think for me, knowing her, is that's been the biggest thing. Like I know I reach out to her for different things. Like if we're trying to do something from a Real Girls Wine perspective, and I know that she's done maybe something similar or can, reach in it because she's been in business longer, I'm always like, hey, what do I need to do for that? So she's always available um, to do that. And she's very outgoing. Even though she calls herself an introvert, she's very outgoing. And people do draw to her. It's hilarious. Even though she don't even really like people like that, but she does. But people
I'm
do draw to her.
selectively social.
Yeah, that sounds better
That's the
than
Gemini.
antisocial.
That's those
Don't
Geminis.
start with the Gemini thing. I like
So
that Dana selectively social.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to plug my internet cord into my computer and see if that'll help. It's so crazy because I sit in my office all day working and never had issues. I don't know what's going on right now.
okay.
Let me get this
Just to
cord.
piggyback off of what she said, that is a true statement. I know when I first wrote my first book and I started getting into motivation speaking,
Mhm.
I remember being devastated. Like, why is my family not here, or why are they not supporting
Mhm.
this? And it was complete strangers that supported me more
Mhm.
than my own family. And from that network just grew. Like my really my network is not even really my own family members. So that is a true statement. Like you gotta find your target audience, and
Right.
99% of the time is not.
Right.
Right.
And you
I think
gotta
that's why
be
social
able to
media
not
is
take
so
it
popular
personal as
too.
well. Oh, I'm sorry, Lex.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's why I think social media is a tool too to get you out to all those different people that you would never meet
Right.
normally. To get your name out there, your business or your product out there on social media.
Hmm.
Right.
And it's
Social
just like
Sierra's,
media
a one time.
definitely helps because you don't have
yes.
to, back in the day they was going door to door or it was just word of mouth. But now
Right.
you can reach more people via
Yes.
social media. So that's
One
definitely
click.
a godsend if you
Yes.
One
utilize
post.
it the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Sierra said that's why she needs to meet people that she doesn't know. And we all have to learn that as
Mhm.
business women, or entrepreneurs, is learning that you can't be afraid to meet people that you don't know. I'm not the type of person, like I always say with us, that I'm the Martin Lawrence and Miana is. No, I'm the Russell Simmons and Miana is the Martin Lawrence, because I sometimes don't feel like talk when I always like talk to people. But me, that's where Miana comes in and compliments me. Is that, but sometimes you don't have a Miana to help compliment. So in those situations, you have to be able to push, and go out and do it yourself. And you
Yeah.
have to be willing to get, what's they say, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable in
Mhm.
order to reach some of your goals. We can't be with the status quo of it all.
Right.
Dana, you back on?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna try to come in through my phone. It keeps saying my camera's unplugged now. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, it's you can go ahead and try it. We'll be waiting. We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll, yeah.
Yeah, we will just keep talking. But
Mhm.
Being vulnerable is
that is so
definitely
true.
you got to get out your comfort zone. Like
Absolutely.
you got to be willing to talk to people you're not used to talking to.
Mhm.
You got to be able to even go around different groups of people that you're not used to going around. So that whole I don't like people. I don't want to talk to people. But how you gonna get your product out? How you gonna get out whatever it is that you're doing if you don't go out there and basically network? In so many
Right.
words, you got to go out there and you really got to network.
Yeah. You got to bet on
Absolutely.
yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
talk to anybody. I pass out cards in my elevator when I'm going to work. When I'm coming back home, I'm walking down the street. If somebody say hi or I say hi, I just start talking to them about, the wine touring business. So, um, I like talking to people, so I don't have a problem with that. But you'll be surprised. People that you wouldn't think would want to patronize your business, once you get to talking to them, you find out you have something in common or that they actually like wine. Because I've been in the grocery store and we weren't even in the wine section. We were talking about vegetables or something. And then I just started talking about wine. And they're like, I was looking for somebody to go on a wine tour with, or, my friends don't want to go. So, I was looking for a group. So you'll be surprised what, a conversation will lead to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So Dana, I don't know if I think somebody did. I think Latrice asked this question. Did she about like mistakes you made early
Hmm.
on? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. And that's when I was saying, how, getting upset or solely dependent on friends and family to support your business is a mistake. And then also waiting around for other people before you do something. Like, if you decide to do something, do it. Stop trying to make things perfect. Trying to make things perfect leads you to procrastinate.
Right.
And then the more you procrastinate, you lose money.
Mhm.
So, like, you just have to start with what you have and then build from there. Like, nothing's going to be perfect right off the bat. So I would say that is also, something to learn from, because I like things to be a certain way. And even with this conference, I was trying to make every little detail perfect. And I had to have a little meeting with myself, because this will be a annual event. And I'm like, well, if it's perfect right off the bat, I can't have another one, right? Because it's
Mhm.
nowhere to go up from there if it's already perfect. So that's what helped me talk myself off the ledge with this conference. But stop trying to make things perfect. And, as you build, grow, and enhance things along the way, it doesn't have to be perfect right off the bat. Now, by any means, does that mean slop stuff together and just do anything? But, it's okay if it's not perfect at the start.
And one
Okay.
more time, can you tell us the date and the time? I think you were going out a little bit when you said it for those who might be listening
Yes,
right
so
now.
Becoming a Better Me conference will be on Sunday, April the 23rd. It's an all day event from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and it'll be at South Shore Cultural Center.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Put the
Um.
link in the comments so for people that want to sign up.
Oh yeah.
The link in the comments.
What's that website?
It is www.babmconference.com.
Okay. So outside of that, like what motivates you just in general? We talked about like your the family, the helping other people. What are some other things that motivates you just in general?
Um, so I always joke with myself sometime and say that I feel I was supposed to be born in wealth. I don't know what happened where the mix up came into play, but I feel like I was supposed to be born into that. Um, I like nice things, and you have to have funds to get nice things. So that is one of the things that motivates me. But really just, wanting to also create a legacy, and build a foundation, for my family, not wanting to, nothing against them for those that have to do it. But I don't want to have to wait until I am considered a senior citizen to retire and then try to enjoy my life. I want to be able to do so before then.
Okay.
So with you doing the conference and stuff, is there any advice that you can give to anyone that might want to start doing conferences or anything that surround that type of work?
Yeah, I would say you need to be very detail oriented and organized. If you have a team, that would be great, or at least, people to help you, so you can delegate tasks to, but just be very intentional with your plans, have a clear sense of direction of what the overall outcome you want to be for the event. And what I like to do is when I come up with an idea, I kind of sit on it for a little while and think about it and try to envision it first, and plan from there. So I kind of like start at the end. So whatever I want the outcome to be, whatever I want people to feel when they're there and experience, I have to start there first and then I plan backwards. So I have to know how I want people to leave feeling, and then that helps me know how to plan the event, um, what speakers to have, and things of that nature. So for getting into it, go to other events that are similar, network with other people, start meeting speakers and networking with them. And then, depending on your time span, start putting out content that is aligned with whatever type of events you want to do. So you're kind of already putting it in people's head. So then when you do release the event, it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to go, because you already done planted the seed in their mind without them knowing. You already kind of indirectly did it. So just, proper planning leads to poor perform. Well, if you plan proper, you won't have poor performance. But just plan, reach out to people that you know and start to build a community. That definitely helps a lot. Once you start to build a community of people, they'll do the work for you because they want to see you win. So, once you start putting it out there, they'll start sharing it. Even if they can't make it, they'll start telling other people about you and what you do to draw the interest for you.
Miss Dana, can you tell us what can we expect out of one of your events? Like, you said about an experience, so can you just piggyback and tell us about your experience? What can we expect when we attend one of your events?
So you can expect a room full of positivity. Most people, when they come in, they feel the energy. I know sometimes people are afraid of attending events alone, right? Because it's like, oh, I don't know anybody. I don't have anybody to talk to, or they're a little timid when going to tables to sit down. But that's not the experience that you will have. You can literally come and know no one, and you're going to leave knowing several people, and it won't just be like, oh, we chit chat with each other here. You will actually literally develop a sense of friendship and a relationship with these people, outside of me and my events, right? You will develop friends, you will develop people that you may potentially do business with, or that may be a resource for you. So that's one of the benefits. You definitely going to eat good, so you you won't have to be worried about that. Sometimes when going to events, it's like little crumpets and stuff. And then you come, you sit there, but then you have to go find something to eat when you leave. That won't be your experience. But you will definitely feel a shift in your energy. Um, I mean, everybody's going to have something different, right? So your mindset when you come in will be different from the next person that come in. So your takeaway will be different from the next person, but you're definitely going to have what do we call like an aha moment. Everybody's going to have their own aha moment when attending the event. And it's also you're going to feel inspired and you're going to be motivated to take action immediately towards whatever it is that you want to do. I've had people that have attended prior events and wanted to start businesses, and after attending, they were excited and they took action and they started businesses, and they're in business now, and they're growing and exploring and learning. Some people have figured out that they needed to start therapy, and now they're on that journey of healing. So everybody's going to have a completely different experience and takeaway from the event. But one thing I can guarantee, you won't feel like you wasted your money. I know myself personally, I've been to events where it's like, this was a total waste. And I'm not just saying this because it's my event, but I definitely over deliver. Like, you're going to get more than your money's worth attending, and you're going to be excited and looking for the next one.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see that. So I'm actually on the site uh, looking at tickets, and I do see that there is a payment option. So there's Afterpay as well as Affirm. So if you don't have the coins all at once, I see you can do a payment plan.
Beautiful.
So, I do have Afterpay and Shop Pay installments as an option, if you can't flat out pay the full amount. And so what they do is they split the total cost into 4 equal payments. I believe it's bi-weekly payments. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but it'll tell you before you sign up. But it splits it into 4 equal payments. So that is an option. I do still have the early bird rate available on my website, which is $150. So they'll split that into 4 equal payments for you. And then also for this this is the first one, but I do color schemes as well. So this color scheme, again, it aligns with the overall theme of the event. The color scheme for this one, I'm having people wear shades of yellow. So I think that'll be nice. We're all different skin tones, but seeing yellow on the different shades of melanin looks nice. But also the meaning behind the color yellow, it's for a rebirth, like you need energy, positivity, a reset. So that all kind of aligns with the goal of this event. So that's why I chose that color.
Okay. So do you get sponsors for this event?
I did get sponsors. I did. So this conference is being sponsored by Miss Jessie's Hair Care Products.
Oh, nice.
Also by Sherry Teas. That's a Black-owned tea brand based in New York. Also, it is being sponsored by Royal Consciousness. They're based out of Minnesota. They do graphic design work. Also, they do different work there in Minnesota to help with the community and learning about economics and things of that nature. And then also sponsored by Liberty Bank. And let me tell you that it's a lot of work getting sponsors. That is a lot of work. That's a job in itself. So that's why if you can have a team, a volunteer, or somebody to help you, that would be great. Because when I tell you I was up to sundown researching and sending out emails and doing calls and Zoom meetings with companies, it's a lot of work.
Well, you got it done, so congratulations.
Yes,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you all.
And
So
then just
Dana,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say is it pronounced Jolie Connection?
Jolie,
Okay,
like
Jolie.
Angelina.
Okay, Jolie Collection. She a Gemini too, right?
I didn't hear the last thing you said. What'd you say?
I said Angelina Jolie is a Gemini as
Hmm.
well. Okay. So I was looking on the site. Can you tell us about? I know you said that you were a hairstylist before, and now you have Jolie Collection, and I see that there's hair products on there as well as clothes and a bunch of other goodies. So you want to tell us about that?
Okay, so when I was transitioning from being behind the chair, that's when I started my cosmetic line, which mainly consists of lipsticks and lip gloss. So I think I have very limited amount on my website right now, because my events have kind of taken over my business that I rarely sell lipstick anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also the hairstylist in me, I do have hair products. I have a hair growth oil. I have hair vitamins and edge control. All of them are made with all natural products. Um, Everything is FDA approved. I do not physically make any of my products anymore. They are manufactured. So that ensures that everything is up to standard and meeting the guidelines and safety for the things to be used and the method that they're being used. And then also, I do have like inspirational shirts and
Mm-hmm.
sweatshirts, and then ladies' fashions as well.
So the lipstick and the lip gloss is manufactured as well.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
So the lipstick and the lip gloss is manufactured as well.
Yes. I started off making it, and then things started to pick up. At the time, I was still doing hair, and it was becoming hard to maintain. So then I found a manufacturing company, and they make all the products for me.
And she also used to teach a class and
I did.
help.
I used to teach classes helping other people start a cosmetic brand. It's so funny that you mentioned that because I was just like, oh, I need to work that back into my schedule. But my time is a little limited right now. But I did. I used to teach classes helping people start their own lines, whether they wanted to actually make the products themselves or if they wanted to find a company to formulate and manufacture the products for them.
And I think one of the things that I did like about that is that she was helping even the young girls, 12, 13, that
Mm-hmm.
age group, as little girls, teaching them how to be entrepreneurs from from a young age to help them grow later. That's something they could start to grow later on. So that was one thing that I did love, that even though she didn't just have a specific
Mm-hmm.
age group when she was doing that, that she talked about that. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
is.
did have youth as students as well. And it wasn't just showing you how to make the products or where to find companies, but we also went through the full business rundown on, how to select your name, selecting your business structure, filling out the paperwork to legalize the business. How do you know when you should legalize your business and what structure is appropriate for your business, and opening up your business bank account, and starting off with business credit, and things of that nature. So I also help them with that standpoint of things and branding and marketing for their business so they can have a startup. And I always get so proud when I see people that took my classes on Facebook and I see like their product lines now on their websites. And I'm like, oh, she did me well.
That's a good thing. I see you still have some of your startup books on your site: how to start a t-shirt business, starting a cosmetic business workbook, as you stated, um, the vision board planner is on there. So I see a lot of great things on your website.
Okay,
Thank
so
you. Yeah, so I do still have the ebooks on my website for purchase, where if you figure you can just read and do the work yourself, then maybe you're an ebook type person. But I will eventually bring back the classes. I do see a question here.
Mhm.
Please talk about the importance of partnering with and supporting Black-owned businesses. That's a good thing. Um, so yeah, let me touch on that. So I would say it is important to partner with other Black-owned businesses. Because you're building a community and a network, we all have our own customer base, right? And a lot of times I do see when talking with other people in business, how they kind of feel. I'm gonna speak to on Chicago in particular, how they feel things are a little cliquish here, and if you're not within certain circles, they don't support you, right? Or people will feel, well, if I assist and help and collab with this person, then it takes away from me and my business. And that's just not the reality of it.
Right.
I have my own customer base, you have your own customer base. So the benefit of collaborating with each other is I'm putting you in front of my audience, you're putting me in front of yours. So that's more people that we can reach. Um, to help us grow the businesses. Once businesses are grown to a certain point and they're profitable, and you can, hire people within your community and give back and support. A lot of Black businesses are underfunded. We're starting off with our own money. People don't know how to, go about getting funding for their businesses and things of that nature. Um, Other people stick together and help bring each other to the top in ways that we don't really do it. But if we learn how to, I mean, it's a win-win for us to collaborate with one another. It's more exposure for whoever you're collaborating with. Now, don't just collaborate with anybody because they're Black-owned business. Do your due diligence and make sure they are legit and they have integrity, and it's something that you don't mind having your name attached to before the collaboration. But that is very, very important. And
Very
I
much.
always, at my events, because I do have other business owners that attend, I always give them an opportunity to pass out their cards, network with other people, let the people know who you are, what you have to offer, and where they can find you. So I am big on sharing my platform with other business owners to get them out there.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of, especially in Chicago, I think a lot of people are in competition with each other.
Hmm.
A lot of people are afraid of this person gonna steal this and this person gonna steal that. And my personal opinion is that it's enough for all of us out here to eat.
Mhm.
That is so true.
And literally what's for you is for you. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody can rebrand it. Like, no, if it's yours, then it's yours. So I think if more people had that mindset, then
Mhm.
it would be a lot more successful businesses, especially in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Um, It's another young lady I know, and she does similar events to what I do. She's from Chicago, but she lives in Atlanta now. And we, have our little business chit chats because, you shouldn't vent on social media, but you have your little business bestie that you can do your venting with. And,
Mhm.
she's expressing how, when she was in Chicago, she barely could sell tickets to her events, right? Nobody would show up. And she's been in Atlanta for about 3 years now. And when I tell you her events sold out all the time, packed all the time, but the support and energy is just different. And I completely agree with you. What is for you is for you. It's not going to take away from what you're doing, to help somebody else. Like it's really not. But a lot of people do have that mentality. But nah,
I think it
what's
comes from
man is man. You could try to do it, but you're not gonna do it how I do it. So go right ahead.
I think it comes from that crab in a barrel. Like if I can't make it, you can't make it. So
Mhm.
because I feel like you're doing better than me, I'm not gonna help
Hmm.
you. I'm gonna hold this to myself. But you can't be willing to do that. You have to be willing to share your knowledge. Like I tell people, like with our wine touring business, I can give me honestly say it all the time. I can give you the recipe, but that don't mean that it's gonna taste the same.
Not at
So
all.
and we doing stuff like we can give you the recipe, but it's not going to taste the same. You may not be able to do the same things. You may not offer the same things we offer. You may not be able to do some of the stuff. And then sometimes you may be able to. But then,
Mm-hmm.
we are, and we love it because we are one of the only Black owned wine touring companies in this area. So we love it because we are able to do that, but we also not scared to share what we're doing. It's like, where did you guys go this place? And we'll tell people we went here, here, and here. You may not get the same response, but go ahead and try, because we want to see people succeed. And I don't ever want my blessing held up because I'm withholding. So, we live by that. What God has for me is for me, and what God has for you is for you. And so let us just keep on building. You be surprised of the things that we were able to do. Places that people couldn't get into, you may be able to get into because it
Mm-hmm.
comes from you not withholding information. Talk about holding that, the 5 talents, the 10 talents, and the one. Remember that one, he held that one, and God told him no. They said, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, because you held it, you were being selfish. So I'm not going to be selfish in my knowledge, because what God has for me is for me, and what God has for you is for you.
Right. And you
Yeah,
have to
I do
pour
agree.
into
And I think
people.
some people withhold information because I don't want you to get to the top before I get to the top. So I'm not going to tell you
Yeah,
But
because
but
how
I
then
don't
it's
want you
the
to be
quickest way to
successful
say
before I'm
information.
successful. But everybody has a different journey, a different path, and
Mhm.
their time will all be at a different time. So it's like it's a million ways to get to the same point. Like I always tell people, you know, like living in Chicago, right? We have a million ways to get to the same place, right? If you go into 35th and King Drive, for an example, you can go straight down King Drive, or you can get on the Dan Ryan, right? And go to 35th and then go over. You can take Lakeshore Drive and get off on 39th and then go down. So it's a million ways to get to the same point, and everybody's going to get there at a different time depending on the route you go. My route won't be your route won't be mine. So don't focus on my path and my timeline because yours will be different. So don't withhold information because you don't want me to get there first. If I get there first, it was just designed for me to get that way, but I probably learned some things along the way that now I can help you along your path that may speed things up for you, but people don't see it that way. It's just, I don't want you to get to the top before me.
Absolutely.
Right. And people don't understand that, like you said, they're hindering themselves. What I've learned is by helping people, so many people have helped me, not intentionally helping people so I could get that in return, but just naturally helping people. I've had people to call me like, oh, I found out about this thing or this thing or this thing. And I had just called somebody and shared the information that I had. So it's a full circle. If you put out good, good will come back to you. If you withhold the information, then you're not gonna have nobody helping you. And you have to think of it like that. Whatever is for me, I know it's for me regardless to what someone else is going through. And it's very important to have that circle around you that's going to pour into you, and
Hmm.
you're so secure within yourself that if Teresa make it first or you make it first, then I already know I'm in the neighborhood. I'm attached to you guys, so I know my time is coming. So I'm going to cheer my friends, family, associates, whomever on until it's my time.
Mm-hmm.
That it's so funny that you mentioned being attached because people miss that whole point. When you attach to somebody that's going up, there's no other option for you but to go up too because they don't want broke people around them. They don't want people around them that's not doing anything. So they're going to help you climb up too
Mhm.
because you got to come up because I don't want you in my pockets. So being attached to somebody that's doing well, they're going to bring you up. Like chill, they're
Right.
going to bring you up with them.
Mhm.
You can't be jealous. You can't be spiteful, envious. Like your time is coming. Just hold on. Sometimes you have to learn how
Be
to,
patient.
in a sense, be a servant, right?
Mhm.
Help out without wanting anything in return, but just be
Absolutely.
genuine with your help. And your time gonna come. Whatever you put out is gonna come right back to you. So
Mhm.
you put out good, it's coming back.
Absolutely.
So, Dana, thank you. We just want to thank you for coming on today. Before we get ready to close out, we have a couple little things. Number one, tell us who can we expect to see? Like, what speakers are you having?
So I will have I try not to make my events extremely religious or churchy, but it is on a Sunday, and I do know that some people attend service on Sunday, so I will have a pastor there, and she will do an opening prayer for us, and also a little bit of a I'm not gonna say a sermon, but we'll have a little bit of church in there. I'll say that. Also, we will have a financial educator in the building, so she'll be going over some tips for financial literacy. There are some people at every age that unfortunately don't understand the importance and how to properly utilize their money and credit and things of that nature. So she will be there to briefly touch on that. Also, I do have a life coach in the building. She does a lot of stuff, but she does motivational speaking. She is a life coach. She's also a spoken word artist. So you may get a combination of things from her when she is up there, whatever flows out at the moment. But she would definitely light a fire under you and get you inspired and ready to take action. And I'm really, really, really excited about one of my speakers. And you know how you guys were mentioning things on social media. She actually reached out to me on social media, inquiring to see if I had any more spaces for being a speaker. And I saw a clip of her at a different event. And I say she's a firecracker, right? She's definitely going to pick up your spirit. She definitely has a story to share, and she's going to motivate you and inspire you to do what you need to do to get to your next level, whatever you decide that is for you. She definitely going to put that fire under you that you're going to be like, I got to do this, whatever it is, you got to do it. And then also, I am having a little bit of an opportunity to do attendee testimonials. So I have a first time speaker who is stepping out of her comfort zone, and she will lead our attendee testimonials. So it's a variety of personalities. Everybody has something to bring to the table, but everybody is all geared towards helping women and inspiring them, motivating them, supporting them. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and you need to be around positive energy, you need to meet new people, you need to network, you need encouragement, you're open to learning. You need a support system. Some people don't have a good support system. You need to find a tribe. If you don't have one, this is the place to be. So come and join us at Becoming a Better Me conference on April the 23rd in Chicago.
All right.
Okay. So we thank you again for coming on. We appreciate you. We hopefully everybody's going to be so excited about your upcoming event. It sounds like it's going to be so much fun.
Mhm.
Real Girls Wine has house and mimosas the day before from 1 to 5 at a secret
I'm going to try to work
location.
it in. I don't know how. I'm going to try to work it in as best as I can.
So
Come
we
grab
have
a mimosa.
so we have House of Mimosas on April 22nd from 1 to 5. It is at an undisclosed location. The location will be announced soon. We have a Black-owned chef. Her name is Chef Jillian, who will be who will be making an awesome brunch for us. It is going to be unlimited mimosas and bellinis. We will also have our resident DJ, Rob LaRock, who will be spinning the ones and twos. So don't wear cute shoes. If you do, you better wear a cute gym shoe because he is sure enough to have you out there barefoot if you don't.
Feet hurting the next day.
Exactly. So we want to thank you again, Dana, for joining us. Next month, tune in next month where our special guest will be Anid Blanton. She's the owner of Ancestry Cigars. Also, you can follow us all on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Dana, tell us how our guests can find you on social media.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at I Love Jolie Collection. That's Jolie. I love Jolie collection on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Also on Facebook, I do have a group for Becoming a Better Me conference. That group is BAM conference. So it's a free group if you want to join, meet new people, get some inspiration and motivation within the group. You're welcome to join.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today. We look forward to hearing more about this conference. Maybe we can get you to come back later and talk about how it went, the successes. We could talk about that. You also share with us. We are sharing your event on our social media platforms as well, because that is one thing that we do is we support our Black people and our Black businesses, because that's what we all want to do so that we all can grow together.
Yes.
So thank you everybody for
All right.
tuning
Thank you
in.
again. It was good chit chatting with you all today. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
This how you balance. It wasn't going to be long before he came.
Hey, Aiden.
He wanted to join in.
All right. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you next month for our guest, Anita Blanton of Ancestry Cigars. You guys have a good night. Bye.
Good night.